Hey, good morning, my revivers. So, I was talking to someone the other day, and I said that this current situation of just influencers, social media, just people in general, if you've been rocking with me, and I have to say that because I have consistently said the same thing, I continue to repeat the same thing, and I try to make people aware of stuff. If you call yourself a Christian or a believer in the word of the Bible, whatever the case may be, to each his own, right? Well, let's just talk about the power of the tongue. Let's talk about the power of the tongue. Let's talk about the power of wisdom. Let's talk about where wisdom comes from. Wisdom comes from experiences or also visioning and envisioning, not envisioning, having a visual of someone else's experience or someone that you're close to that can give you the understanding of the experience, why it happened and what took place and what not to do. So you can build wisdom and you can gain wisdom from other people's experiences, but you also can gain wisdom, which is more powerful too, from your experiences and going through stuff, right? This is like the time of speaking things and saying things and not really realizing what you're doing. That's why it's like you hear something so much and you'll find yourself slip up and say it. I've done it before. But I try to fix it, stop myself and remind myself, no, we don't do that. That's not. And I'm saying this because things will become so prominent, popular, done so much to where you're desensitized to the fact that it is harmful. You think it's not harmful. We're going to go with one thing, and I think I'll do it all in this video. The one thing is you hearing people say, oh, this took me out. Oh, this is killing me. Oh, I'm dead. You get what I'm saying? And people just continue to keep saying these things over and over and over. Oh, I'm obsessed. Oh, can't live without it. Oh, this took my life. Like, just, you get what I'm saying? And it's so, funny. Everybody says it. So if everybody turn into meth heads, is it going to be okay for everybody to do it? Just because everybody does something, that does not make it right. Our words are powerful. Do y'all not realize that people and things are becoming more toxic and people are passing away for the craziest things you don't understand? Younger people. You are seeing influencers and people on social media and people that people just, are obsessed with and follow and look after. And then you realize like they're struggling with something or dealing with something. But we don't realize our words are powerful. Our words are powerful. And I am a person that we can't control certain things, but the things we can't control, let's try to do our best to do that. Now, you know the saying, if you know better, do better. Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that really quick. I want y'all to let this embed in your head and kind of marinate and think on these things, right? You can't do better if you don't know better. And if you don't have the understanding of what better is, how can you, right? So the other saying, if you know, what the hell does that mean? I can tell you, I know what I mean. That's saying, okay, if I say, oh, this tastes so good and blah, 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 I love it. I just gotta have it, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm addicted to this particular coffee or this particular whatever. And so the feeling that I have and why I want it and why I can't live without it, a person that has experienced that will understand that and know that, right? But what about the people who don't know? What about the people who don't understand? What about the people who are not cognitive of it and that's never been a part of their life, or they're just experiencing it and just seeing it? So if you know, yeah, but what if you don't know? Some things, it's like this generation has the most uh no substance, empty. They are so, and I did a video and I didn't even release it like a couple months ago. It was like 15 minutes and I didn't want it to be so long, so I said I would break this up. They can articulate and sound so amazing with no real wisdom. They can articulate and sound so amazing with no real life experiences, and they really don't know certain things. They just sound good. Everybody wants to podcast, and it's like everybody's mimicking everybody, and the mimicking is bashing the men, the women, the single moms, the Karens, the this. You get what I mean? Like, there's not really too many unique people. It just seems like everybody is regurgitating and rewinding and circling things around. And then you have those that have been doing these things and sharing these things and trying to, enlighten people and open up people, the wake up, and they get ignored and people are not paying attention until something happened. And ones who really follow them, like, yo, you said that, or yeah, I remember that. And it's fine. You got to be humble, because it's the road. The narrow road versus the wide road means a lot to me. And so integrity is everything. So and if you know, but what I mean by that is, regardless of what's going on in this world, I am a teacher. I know that I am here to teach, and I'm here to inspire and motivate people to transform their thinking and to transform their mindset, to be in your own lane. These people are paid to influence you to buy, to just buy. Basically, it just seemed like buy is a thing. Get this, get this, get this, get this, get this. And because of the following, because of the flocking of the trending things that are making people want to watch, making people, it's appealing, it's appealing to the eye, so you gravitate to that content, or you gravitate to whatever. But at the end of the day, right, when you lay down at night, and I've said this for so many years, the decisions you make and the things you choose to indulge in, they will not comfort you. They can't teach you much. And they can't comfort you when you're in debt, when you're broke, when life is falling apart, you don't understand, and you're feeling like you are inferior to the influencer, because they're living this type of life and they're doing these things and sharing these things, and I never could understand it. And more power to whoever, but I guess it's just that difference in me and that leader in me. If I'm going to influence, I want it to be positive. I want it to be something to encourage my people, to inspire my people, to transform their mindsets, to be great, to be leaders, to stand out and not do what everybody else is doing. That's for one. For two, the reason I don't share, and I have so much, the reason I don't share certain things is because I'm just like, this is my life. I'm a private person. I'm an extroverted introvert, and I choose to share what I feel I want to share. And I'm gonna always respect my family, always respect my children, as far as being on the camera and all those things. I would never intrude on someone who doesn't want to be on the camera. And I see so many people do that. They don't respect their children. They don't respect their families for not wanting to be on the camera. And I'm like, and I said this, if social media is not here anymore, then what? Then what? How is that dynamic going to be? What do you have? Who are you going to make listen to you or hear you out, when your lifestyle should mimic what you're sharing and not be a facade, right? Which many are. And so you are left with nothing, because now all you did was influence, and you're just there to just share everything you do on a daily basis, but there's no substance to it. There's no substance. All I'm saying is it's frustrating to see our generation, the younger kids, the young kids, all the way up to like I'll say to 30, 35, to see them flock to what social media offers. But then if you realize in other countries, and I said this, they don't have the things that we share. They don't, the drama, the violence, the negativity and all that. Oh, they cannot just put that on their internet. They can't, because they want to prevent their children from being traumatized and having all this toxic stuff ingested and into their brain. But not here in America. Not here in America. But who's going to stand up for that? It's a lot of fake, faux people with no substance that sound good but have no experience, no life experience in marriage, no life experience in parenting, no life experience in real domestic violence, no life experience. Like, I can just keep going and going and going, being a homeowner, investing and sharing and learning to save and all those things. You know, I'm different. I've never been one to want big fancy, you know. If God is will us for anything, he knows my heart, and I would rather be an owner of something and own it fully, outright, and it be perfect for me than to have this big fancy thing that I still have 30, 40 years to pay for and don't know if I'm ever be able to pay for it. Do you see what I'm saying? And if I can ever pass it down to my kids or my grandkids or something like that. I would rather have a vehicle that is perfect for me and I don't have payments for it, and it still looks nice, and it still look amazing, it still look like it was new from the time that I purchased it. That's the mindset of people with real wealth. That people with real wealth. Warren Buffett drove the same vehicle for so many years, like so many years. I think he had a 2014 Cadillac, and he's Warren Buffett, and he drove that thing for like 10, 12 years. We got to change our mindset. Some people might look down, oh, yeah, I'd rather be basic. I'd rather not be interesting to you. I'd rather be in a certain way, in a certain level to you. So that way, what really counts, those years that really count, those golden years of my life, I'm enjoying them. You get what I mean? And not trying to, and I know you only live once. I get it. People say that and that's their excuse for why they do stuff. I get it. But my point is this. We do, but we also don't know how long we're going to live. Meaning, like, we could be here longer than we want. I know some people literally that are in their 90s. You get what I'm saying? And they never imagined, they never thought. And they had people all around them passing early. And this video is going to be long. But, you know, it was just something on my heart. I had to get this out. And be careful what you say. And another thing, and I've said this before. When people say, if it's not one thing, it's nothing. It's another. If it rains and pours, it's always something. Pay attention to what you say. Pay attention to what you say. I know we can't eliminate everything because some things are set up for blessings, or some things are set up in a way for us to be from one position to another. I get it. And it's inevitable. Some things, you know, it's meant for your journey, right? But then there's a lot of things that you definitely can't control by the words that come out your mouth. So just be careful. I love you guys, and don't let anything you can't control you. And you know what I mean. Stick to your script because you are the best at it. And I will see you guys later, my revirers.